Hey guys, guess what it's time for? It's time for a detailed cabin review with Dana. Deep dive cabin review. I don't know what I call these. I gotta come up with something. Anyway, so we're gonna take a look at our cabin, which is 13250. Y'all probably see that we have these little things out here. So sometimes we give away lanyards. This time we're giving away little luggage tags. Are they cute? All right, so you have your cruise card and you're just going to hold it up to here and you'll see it lights up, and it also, you heard a little click. But before I open it, let me show you these lights up top. So you see you have a green light. These lights let your cabin steward know whether you're in the room, whether you want the room cleaned and serviced and things like that. So we'll come back and talk about those lights shortly, but let's go ahead and check out the cabin. Alright guys, so now that we're in the room, you probably noticed that it's a little bit dark in here. So the first thing you need to do is you're going to put your room key in the little slot, and that is what's going to turn on the lights. Look, it's lights, it's bright in here. Okay, so let's talk about what we see over here. So first thing, below the card reader, what you'll see is we have where you can cut the lights on in the room. So you have the one for the bathroom on your right and the one for the rest of the room on your left. The interesting thing about the one on the left is if you double click it, it cuts off certain lights in the room and cuts on certain lights in the room. So they don't all automatically go off. You double click it if you want everything off. Then we have the card reader. Now up above the card reader is probably one of my favorite things. So you know, in most cruise ships you have the little hangy thing you put outside, or it might be magnetic, to let your room steward know whether you want do not disturb or whether you want the room made up. Here on the MSC Meraviglia, what you actually have is two buttons. And so you can press one that says make up room and one that says do not disturb. Above that you have your controls for the AC, and you can either have it warm or cooler in here. One thing I meant to mention, back down to the buttons that show the do not disturb and stuff, is that there is actually a neat little system outside, and I'll show you this, where when you press these buttons, there are actually lights outside, and it lets the room steward know whether you're in the room, out the room, whether you don't want to be disturbed, or if you want the room made up. So some really neat little communication system that they have here, and I like it a lot better than the cards and the magnets that some other cruise ships use. Alright, so let's take a look at the back of the door. You got your standard where you are and how to get to your muster station information, and you also have your little peephole, you know, standard stuff. When you come into the door, actually behind the door, you'll actually see that you have 3 hooks. And I have to say they have a decent amount of hooks. They also have hooks in the bathroom. But so you're going to have hooks in here. And then behind you on the other wall, you'll see you have a full-length mirror. Now I'm going to tell you, I wish this mirror was actually on the closet door. And I say that only because you would have you could stand further back from it. So here you're kind of limited to the little hallway, but you do have a full-length mirror. Here we have the closet. It's a full-length closet. It does have 2 sides. I'll show you real quick. You got your shelves here, 2 drawers, and then a lower shelf. That lower shelf we usually use to put shoes in. Now look, you see the struggle. These doors suck. And I don't know why. I don't know if they're off the track. They don't look like they are. Anyway, here is the other side for hanging clothes. There's a little lip here that we use. That's actually where we stored our dirty clothes in our hamper. But we're leaving tomorrow, so we've taken it down. But this is where your hanging clothes will go. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the other side of the room. So across from the closets over here, you actually have the vanity. And you can see it's a good size mirror here, which honestly you can use instead of the full size one if you need it. It does come with a drawer, a nice deep drawer. I don't know if you can tell, but my hand goes that far back. Here's your blow dryer. It is connected, so you won't be able to use it anywhere but out here. And then you have a good amount of desk space. Now, yes, we've taken up a lot of that desk space, but keep in mind you know, we've got some of everything up here. This is the last day, so we have a lot of stuff that we'll be packing up. But we also, because we do film, so you know, we always have a lot of plugs and stuff up here, so just keep that in mind that yours may not be as junky as ours. But just so you know. So over here you'll see we have a our TV. The thing I wanted to point out is underneath the TV there's some storage. There's not much you're going to be able to put in there because it's pretty narrow. So you see we just kept all of our daily programs in there. Guess what, guys? You get a trash can. Amazing, right? One thing I do want to point out here is, and this was on the Davina too, is the trash can has 3 different colors in it, yellow, blue, and red, and I don't know what they mean. I'm guessing blue is recycle, yellow is everyday trash, and red would be like biohazard trash, but I'm not 100% sure. That's me guessing. They might want to label these. So next I'm going to show you, let me move my little leg out of the way, is there is a mini bar, and I do say mini bar here because it actually has stuff in it. Now if you notice this little piece of jankiness we have going on, if you've seen our other reviews, you know we always like to keep the door to the actual mini fridge open, so that air can circulate and it can cool as efficiently as possible. So that's all that little piece of paper was. And so you do get your mini fridge. Now, like I said, it was full. We actually asked the room steward to remove items from it. But when you first get it, you'll have a selection of juices, soda, some alcohol, some beer, water, and sparkling water. And so we just took ours out. You see, Corey went to the steakhouse, had leftovers. They actually have to-go containers. And they will actually reheat them for you, so that's neat. And then at the bottom, y'all know this is my little way of saving. We just made some tea. This is a foldable pitcher that we use to make our crystal light in, so we can have drinks in the room without paying. That juice right there is $4. Matter of fact, it might be $4.95. It might be $5. I don't know, but it's good. So we bought some of them. But in general, we like to drink our free tea. Alright, so that's the mini bar. Now we're going to go to the other side. So when we picked this room out, we picked it out because it has a bathtub in it, which meant the actual bathroom was bigger. So in the regular bathrooms, they have a shower, and the shower and the toilet are very close to each other. It's not a lot of room. And so I wanted to make sure I had enough room to be comfortable when using the bathroom. So we went with the one that had the tub. Now, we had no plans on actually using the bathtub, but we thought, hey, the tub, you know, makes the room bigger, it's laid out better, so we thought it would be more comfortable. So wait till you see the review or the little walkthrough for the room and the bathroom, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But because of this, we couldn't have a sofa in the room because the tub actually takes up more room in the cabin. So our love seat does not fold out. It's just what it is. It's a love seat. Alright, so from the love seat, now I'm going to go over here to my side of the bed. Now, both sides of the bed are identical, so I'll just show you mine, but each one of you will have open cabinet. So it has 2 shelf spaces in there, and then it also has you know, the top that you can use where my fan is sitting. It does have a switch. I love this. Either side can cut off all of the lights in the room except the vanity. It doesn't work on the vanity. And then also at the top, you see you have the bigger light. And actually what you have here is you have a book light, and then you have kind of a bedside light, I guess we'll say. They operate independently. So you can have one on, one off, both off, however you want. One thing I'm going to show you that's really neat about the bedside light is that when you cut it on, you can decide if you want it to be bright or if you want it to be dim. So very neat. There's also a light up above the bed. There are 2 lights above the bed. So, and while there's a decent amount of lighting in here, it's not as bright. You know, it's not as bright as like a room, like maybe at your house or something. It's still kind of subdued, but I do think the lighting in here was fairly decent. So I did want to make sure that I pointed out, I checked everywhere over here. I don't see a USB plug, a regular plug, anything. So I'm going to say that there is not a USB plug over here. If somebody finds one, you know, touch the headboard or something, make sure to let us know down in the comments. But I don't see any type of USB plug or anything over by the lights. I know a lot of people wonder about it. So let's get to something I'm excited about. Let's talk about this bedding over here. Okay, so first I want to pay attention to this beautiful flower that Dennis put in here for us. It's so lovely. That's like been my favorite towel animal. So I'm really excited to tell you a little bit about this cover over here. So you'll be like, hey, it's gray. Usually isn't the cover in here white? It is. I made my own duvet cover set. Okay, so now I used to didn't care about laying on, you know, hotel covers. I would just spray a little Lysol, go about my business. But you know, since the Ovid, things changed a little bit, and I've got a little bit more careful. Like in some of my other videos, you may have noticed I was using disposable travel sheets. And you know, we travel, I'm not gonna say a lot, but we travel enough that I didn't want to just keep buying disposable sheets, throwing them away. So I was trying to think, what could I do? So I was actually able to find some pretty inexpensive bedding. It was actually $10 for a king size set, and about 2 sets. And long story short, I made a duvet cover out of 2 fitted sheets, but I attached one of the fitted sheets to the fitted sheet. Did I say that right? I think I said that wrong. I attached one of the flat sheets that I made the duvet cover from to a fitted sheet. So this right here that you see, it's actually all one piece. So you've got their duvet cover part right here. So inside of this is actually the duvet from MSC. And then this sheet right here is the fitted sheet that we just put over the bed. But this fitted sheet, if we come down here at the bottom, I could show you. This fitted sheet is actually connected to the duvet sheet. If I could show you in here. I'm trying to pull it up. So you see right here, this is the bottom sheet. It's connected. So it can't unconnect. So what you have is you have your fitted sheet, which you put on the bed. Then you got your sheet. You put their cover in here. And then you put your other sheet up here, and it acts like a duvet. Now I can tie it at the ends if I want to. I can also tie it here, and I'll show you. Here's some ties here, so I can tie it. It keeps the duvet closed, but I can also cover, put this actual, comforter in there if I wanted to tie it in here to make sure it didn't come out. It's not that big of a deal, because actually at the very top, and I can't show you because it's inside, but up here at the very top, this is tied, so the duvet, the insert in the duvet will not come out. So it's nice and it feels so good. I like the weight of MSC's comforter, and between that and the cover that I got from Amazon, it feels so good to sleep in, so I really like it. Okay, so now let's get to why y'all actually came here. Oh, I'll show you real quick Corey's side of the bed. Oh, here's the walkway real quick so you can see how narrow it is. You can get by, it's not a problem, but like if you had a scooter or something, you wouldn't be able to bypass here. Alright, that's Corey's side of the bed. Like I said, it looks the same. So now let's get to what we came here for. Right there is the light switch, and that light switch operates the lights out on the balcony. We'll go out in there in a minute. And then you also see the balcony door up at the top. There's a lock there, and then down the handle also serves as a lock. When you pull it down, it locks too. So you've got 2 locks on your balcony. Now, as always, I always like to show you, there is a pretty big step here, so you need to make sure that you step over it. And then here's your balcony. It's my favorite place to be, as you know. I'll come out here, I got my little Kindle book, come out here and sit. I don't know whether y'all can see right now. I'll come out here and sit. So I want to talk to you a little bit about our balcony. So our balcony is a little bit different because we are in a corner, and here I'll kind of show you out here. So we are actually after the ship, and we're in a corner, and because of that we have a corner balcony, and it actually means the balcony is a little bit larger than the, well, say a little bit, it's at least 2 or 3 times bigger than the average balcony out here. Now, the one thing that you give up when you pick this room, first of all, you get a bathtub, so hope that's okay with you. But the other thing is that you're gonna have a wall here that you can't see past. So we're after the ship, but we can't see past this wall. So if you think that's gonna bother you, you may wanna reconsider booking this room. It doesn't bother us at all. Like, I can sit here and pretend there's no front of the ship, and that's fine. But I do just want to make sure I point that out. Also, you will have lifeboats down below you, but as you can see, when we're sitting here and you're about eye level with me right now, you don't notice those lifeboats. All you see is the beautiful ocean, and hear the beautiful ocean. So the lifeboats haven't been a bother. They do have some light down there on that deck at night, so it isn't completely dark out here. But again, that didn't bother us at all, so that was fine. As always, you know, we bring our own chairs, but because the balcony is big enough, we didn't have to ask them to remove their chairs. And that was nice because we could use their chairs as like a place, if we have breakfast out here, we could put our plates and stuff on the chairs. So I'll just show you, there's plenty of room out here. You could probably get a lounger. I don't know if they give you one, but you could certainly ask. And you know, y'all know Corey and I kind of vacation a little bit differently. This is where I vacation. This is, like I said, this is book number 4 that I'm working on. And that's what I came here to do. I just want to sit out here and enjoy life, get some reading that I never get to do at home in. I know some people want to know, does this balcony get sun? It does get sun. Now, it's not going to get a terrible lot sun. It depends on which direction you're sailing and where the sun is coming from, obviously. But it does have a pretty big overhang. So you've got the overhang of this actual cabin itself. So, and the overhang is from deck 14. But then you have this bigger overhang out here, which is deck 15, that hangs out even further. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. Now, there are some rooms that if you want direct sun all the time, they have those too, and they have no overhang whatsoever, and we can stand up here and look directly down into your balcony. But for sun lovers, you know, hey, the lack of privacy may be worth it to get the sun on your deck a lot longer throughout the day. I know I'm squinting. So it just depends on what it is that you are most interested in having, that you're looking for. But otherwise, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you about this room. Oh, Corey said it mentioned storage in the bed. So just like with most cruise ships, you can store your suitcases under the bed. There's plenty of room to store the suitcases under your bed. Anything else?
One thing we forgot to notate about the thermostat is if you have the door open on the balcony, it will cut off the thermostat. But you see that little icon right there? That shows you that your balcony door is open.
Okay guys, it's time for the fun part. We are gonna go and check out the bathroom. So come on, let's check it out. All right, so here we go. Now, first thing you'll notice is we actually have a bath and not a shower. We have a tub. So I'll get to that in a second. On the door, you're gonna have 2 hangers. You're gonna have your toilet, a place for toilet paper, the tub. You're gonna have your mirror, towels, some storage, some more little storage. And then down here, you'll see you've got some toilet paper storage or more storage. You see we got some shaving gel and stuff down here. And then this is actually under the sink and it opens. And there's your trash can. And you'll see more storage here, toilet paper, things like that. All right, so now I'm gonna step into the shower. There is a lip, so it says wash your step. And I'm gonna step up into the bathroom here. And ignore the wetness on the floor, we just washed our hands. Okay, so this is the actual shower itself. And I'm gonna have my handy helper Corey show you this because it is honestly probably the worst choice we could have picked for the bathroom by getting this tub. I'll explain why in a few minutes, but let me show you how it works. Okay, so you see this huge glass door? That's problem number one. But anyway, it does open so that you can get into the shower. So that's good. So I opened it. And you can see in here, because you see it's starting to close on its own. That's one issue that we had. Anyway, inside you're going to have your normal water control temperatures, a place to put your soap. Alright, so this part looks great because you're like, oh, it's a shower head. I can move it up and down. No, you can't. Why it's locked here, I have no idea. This does not move. So if you don't want water in your hair and face all the time, you may just have to take it off and lay it somewhere. Here we have soap and shampoo. Now this says shampoo is the clear and the shower gel is the white. I was skeptical. I didn't use either one of them, but just so you know. And then back here, don't we love when our towels are stored in the shower? There is a line here so that you can hang your clothes to dry. And then this is just a good look. Let me try to get out the shadow there. A good look of the whole tub area. Okay. So space-wise, let's talk about this toilet area. It's a good amount of space, so as usual, I'm gonna go over here and sit and kind of show you what that looks like. Hi, you can see me in the mirror. This is a good way to see how much space we have here. So let me kind of, my dress has a lot of stuff going on with it here. But anyway, as you can see here, there's plenty of space on the side. On the side, like I said, this is the shower door. It does open up. Here's the sink. And again, that's storage space. So overall, I will say that the shower itself, the bathroom itself rather, the bathroom has plenty of room in it. I think it's a good spacious amount of room. You can get dressed in here, dry off easily, so forth and so on. The problem with the shower, as you probably already noticed, first of all, there's this huge lip. If I had to guess, it's probably at least maybe 24 inches tall. I'm thinking 2 feet, maybe a little bit less, but it's really high. And guys, this isn't even the problem. I knew the tub had a high lip when we booked this room. What I didn't realize is the tub is not actual tub size or standard tub size. It's small. And since you would think, okay, well, Dan, you probably weren't actually taking a bath in here, so does it matter? No, I wasn't taking a bath, and that's why I didn't think it would matter if the tub wasn't that big. But I realized it's not wide enough for me to stand in comfortably. And that probably sounds like crazy, but literally the way I stand, the width of my feet and my stance, I have a hard time just standing straight in the shower. Another problem with the shower is this lovely door you see here that, you know, closes on its own, all that stuff. It only takes up half of the opening. So you literally need to be standing right in this here, maybe no further than where my hand is right here, in order to keep from getting the floor wet and everything outside the shower.
Hey dude, let me demonstrate how this looks.
Okay, so come on. So I've got my handy helper here, Corey, and he is going to show how this looks when you get into the shower and what it looks like when you try to shower in the shower, aka showering in the bathroom all over the floor. So let's take a look, and Corey's going to show us how to do it. All right, everybody, so we have Corey here, and he is going to demonstrate how we step into the shower and get the floor wet. So as you can see here, he's opening up the shower.
Put our little mat down.
Oh, put the mat down, yes.
And then what I usually do is I kind of just do like that. Hold on to this bar, hold on to this, and then get in there.
Okay, so he's in the shower. Now, for reference, Corey is about, how tall are you?
5'6", 5'7".
5'6", 5'7". So he's got decent headroom. So that's fine. So pull the...
So I have the door closed.
He has the door
which
closed.
Stays closed.
No, yes, it does stay closed, but it doesn't stay open.
Yes.
It will move if the boat is moving.
Yes. But let's say we have this closed.
Now, where Corey is standing is probably where you would stand normally in a shower. But
well, probably about
you
like
stand
right
a little
here.
further back? Okay.
Yeah, like probably like right here.
Okay. So show us where you need to stand in this shower to keep from getting the floor wet.
So in order to stand in this shower to keep from getting water on the floor, I have been standing all the way right here.
And turned?
And turned like this.
So that the water sprays towards the back.
So it sprays this way because if I turn and do one little movement like this, you can see the water would go
right
this
on
way.
and
if I
to
turn
the
this
floor.
way, it will go this way. So you only have like 1/3 of the shower that you can actually use. What I've also noticed being in here too, I don't know if you talked about this, is that with the shower stop there, you have to pull that out because if not, you're going to be stepping on it, and now you've
closed it. So yes, I pull it completely out, but when he cleans the room, he puts it back in.
Yeah, I pull it completely out too because of that, for that very reason. I'll show you what the floor looks like while you're standing in here, because Dana was talking about standing sideways. And that's kind of what your footprint is like inside the shower. So you can see my foot is pressed. Woo, my foot is pressed all the way up against this side without curving it like that. Same thing with this. So you really don't have that much room in between your feet.
Right, and because I'm taller and wider than you are,
yours is even worse.
mine is actually worse.
So I'm actually kind of standing like this in the shower, and then now my foot is on the water stop. So we pull that out. And so that is it for the MSC Meraviglia room tour 13250. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, and please leave a comment at the bottom if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Bye. Okay, you guys, we hope you enjoyed that video. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know every time we post new videos. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.